Hello, hello. We're just gonna do the normal, like, 2-minute wait to give everybody a chance to come back. I have no clue when I got off stream, I can't lie to you. I think I spent the right amount. I'm not gonna lie, I took a nap. I've eaten. Hi. Oh, little baby Oliver in your profile picture. It would think it was an hour. It seems like it roughly, right? It couldn't have been too long. Hour and a half-ish. Alright, like I said, just giving it a couple minutes. Well, a minute now. And then we're starting it back up. Dude, I'm kind of hyped for this, I can't lie to you. Let me mute my phone so that it doesn't disturb me. Guys that are in the server, did you guys see? I posted a picture. It's a couple years old, but I actually saved a bunch of baby squirrels from being left in the cold to die. Like, they fell out the tree, right? I think their mom might have pushed them out the tree. I'm not too sure. And they were just, like, left there to die. And, like, it's crazy. Because people saw, like, a mother squirrel, and she just did not gaff. She did not care. She said, I miss being free. She pushed them out of the tree. It was so sad. Unfortunately, one of them had passed away, but the rest of them we were able to save. And we called, like, a humane society to take them in. And they, like, raised them there. Thank goodness. They were like, the little baby black squirrels, too. Like, the really rare ones. It was so, like, I was so frustrated. It was, like, nighttime. When I was informed that they were just, like, out there. Sitting in, like, a paper cup. Like, a paper, like, plate. So it was, like, freezing. I was like, what are y'all doing? So I brought them inside, and I kept them warm. I literally was, like, using body heat. Like, I, like, put them on my body. And then I, like, fed them. As well. Miss Meal. She pretending, bro. I know she wide awake. Miss Meal! Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Jingfa? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Jingfa. Oh? Miss Chamomile. Hi.
Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did?
No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal.
But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time.
This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well. Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. was found.
Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ooh. She's not gonna like that shit. Y'all have been seen. I did not trust her. I did not trust her. Like, she been weird. And I'm sorry, like, the way that she's been trying to frame the other stewardess, like, I'm sorry. Male-centered women, bro. I'm telling you. Because I ain't forget earlier with her and that pilot. She was being weird as fuck. Just because he was talking with, Francesca. Like, my lord. She was so jealous of her. It was so scary. You could tell immediately.
Oh, yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, In the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self.
Okay. How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up! She fell asleep again. And looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Don't we have the one thing though? Hold on. Not this one, but the next one, because wasn't all this extra unnecessary dialogue. Okay. For this one, 5 to 6, wasn't the other flight attendant also in the area? Or am I tripping? Yeah, you don't forget that she was spending $50 bajillion. Look at that. 5:40 a.m. That's when she bought the suitcase and then would have brought it back in.
Objection!
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal.
Huh? A receipt? For what?
It's for the suitcase Miss Teniro bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Teniro. Yes.
Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have locked her up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Hello, I've already watched a playthrough for this case, but this is interesting. Oh, I'm glad you're having fun at least. This is the first time I've played this one. Now then, Miss Teniro, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendant's room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Meal there at any time? Like, at that time? Blah. Oh my gosh, I can't read for shit. This is why I don't sleep. See, if I slept, then I'd stop being able to read. No. So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Meal!
Huh? The bathroom?
I'll be the one to ask the questions here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm, sorry, officers. It couldn't have been me. I was taking a shit. That's why she didn't see me. But I was really there, I promise you. Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. Cross my heart.
I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage.
You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you'd think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Please leave Miss Teniro out of the please leave Miss Teniro out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
Hi. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
He gay as fuck, bro. Don't even start. Don't even try it. Oh, thank you for the heart me. Of course, I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of
I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Ooh. Now's not the time for this sort of talk. She was trying to fumble her chance, too. That's crazy.
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count.
Oh, but I spend so much time in there. It might as well be my responsibility.
No, because you're the one that speaks all those languages, which is like crazy because you lazy as fuck. How did you learn all that? Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages. Do you see the way that she speaks about her versus the way that she speaks about, like, Miss Tennyro? Just saying. Just saying, you cannot trust some of these people, bruh. She is so kind to her.
So she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of?
She knew from the damn start. She's like, this fucking bitch.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
What else could I have meant?
Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian.
She's fluent in Borginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing the documents in Borginian? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian.
Very interesting.
If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. All I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff.
Don't we have the certificate? And it's in Borginian, right? Yeah.
Objection!
Let's talk about it. So, you're the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Borginia for a while.
If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? When is she gonna knock off this tired shit? There's no way. This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you! Did she start vaping? What the fuck is going on?
Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ooh.
It is exactly as you say.
She locked the fuck in. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It is true that I was the one who signed off on that document.
But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick.
There is no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
She's blowing bubbles. Is that what she was doing before? When her head was turned down like that and her hair was covering her entire front of her body? She was blowing bubbles?
Really?
All you did was sign it?
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that.
Nah, bro. She was faking. Look at how she locked in now. She was probably blowing bubbles. That makes more sense. The little bubble that was popping up. She was pretending to be tired. She was pretending to be like sleepy and super lazy to get suspicion off of her. It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight.
Suppose. And this is just supposition. Even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have had a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring.
Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes.
So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself. Now it's Miss Teniro, who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. And this proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Teniro from the very beginning. They tried to do it in her suitcases. Right?
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? Damn, she abusing the stuffed animal. And the only way of all of these actions makes sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Teniro for the murder. Miss Teniro buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. By the way, like, we haven't talked about this yet, but literally the case starts with him getting banged up so badly from the turbulence that he knocked the fuck out on the floor. I would be suing the hell out of this company. I'm telling you, what do you mean the turbulence was so bad that I got knocked on my ass, knocked out on the floor unconscious? Wow. Holy shit! And the killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time, too. Huh. I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
And that is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What kind of special circumstances? Well, where it took place, because it took place over here, it would reveal the whole, like, smuggling ring. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. Ooh. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. You know what? I made my point regardless. Listen, we got the right answer, even if I was wrong. See, sometimes I'm right, but I'm right, like, wrong. Like, failure. Failure, but I succeeded. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tennyrow or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tennyrow or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Meal. Only you, and you alone, could be the killer.
And? Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
Am I tripping? Like, obviously, like, you can't just arrest people based on their behaviors, but wouldn't this just make you look way more suspicious? Like, there's no way people are genuinely like, oh no, it couldn't be her. Because, like, this is not the way that someone who's genuinely innocent being accused acts, right? Like, people are genuinely like, oh my god, holy crap. I would not do this. Holy shit, how can I prove I'm innocent? Instead, she's just like, get fucked, man. I didn't fucking do it. You can't prove it. You can't prove that I did this. Ugh.
Hi.
I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't fit into the big picture? The phone.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence.
I thought not.
But that's because it went missing, and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me. That's right. But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well?
We wouldn't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Franziska, I'd like for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not?
Of course I do.
Like it was really this simple. Agent Hicks' phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir. Notice how when they realized that he was an agent, they immediately respected his title, but the guy from the like first case was like consistently disrespected. They consistently called him Mr. instead of detective. I hear it, detective. Now, where is it coming from? Miss Meal, wake up!
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child.
Your childhood sounds sad, bro. Ugh, better find that sound full fast. Ooh. The ringing is coming from the attendant's room. I'll have to use the stairs. Ooh. Right? It's literally just a ringing phone. Like, damn. The ringing is coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. It's either here or here. I mean, I guess here, but these are the only two areas. The ringing's coming from in here. The ringing's coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenrose. What? Bro, it's so obvious that she's framing her. Like, actually ridiculously obvious, right? Like, ridiculously obvious.
So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Tennyrose's locker.
What? But...
Rhoda Tenero!
I don't know anything about that phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Ooh, if I was her, I would have been knocked that bitch in the mouth. I'm sorry. Like, what do you mean? Like, she's obviously framing you. I would have been knocked her ass in the mouth. I'm sorry. That's crazy. We're both getting arrested. Like, good lord. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tennyrose's locker at the same time.
Objection!
This is related to the keycard, all right. In the same way, we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. Ooh. What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. The screen is all fucked up. Maybe there's something on the camera? Let me check it out. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this. Ah, it's camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures? Well, if it has a fucking camera. Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own, and mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos on here for our killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir.
Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
Take the SD card out, bro. Stop wasting my time. I'll find a way. Don't you worry about that.
May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken. That's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data.
Like, the game is old, but it's not that old. I'm saying, bro. I was talking about it earlier. I was like, you'd think that, like... you would think that, like... Edgeworth is, like, 40, at least. 40 minimum, at least. The way that they have him talking. Not 27. Like, what is going on? He's supposed to be like 27 in this game. Like, what do you mean you got people in their 20s? They're calling them old. They got them acting like, back in my day. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Like, there was a scene where they were talking about a, like, famous group of, like, people, like a band. And he was like, yeah, I wouldn't understand that the young music. The people in the band are probably the same age as you. What are we talking about? Like, like, holy shit. What case was this? This is the first case, like the first actual case. So, technically, second case in the first investigations game.
Well, that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What?
What do you mean by that, Francisca?
It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Francisca, your phone, if you please.
Very well.
I like that when they lock in, they're like, okay, yeah, clearly this is the person that did it. Yeah, I'm on your side now.
It's transferring.
All right, displaying it now. Look at that.
This is... Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case.
Hey, the Elif Red's nowhere in this picture. Blah. Blah.
But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case. Right?
Ouch, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks' killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing of this photo that we can use? These are the sheets. This is what she would have used, right? These are the sheets that she used to, like, wrap him in? I'm scared. I don't know where else to go, because nothing else looks like... Because look, it says, like, Bor to USA. Like, Borginia to USA.
Boxes of bed sheets. These are still in cargo hold, though. There's nothing unusual about them in particular. But I can't shake the feeling. If you're just playing around, mind if I go home?
Yes, I mind!
What exactly is different between then and now?
Can I look at everything? What's all this? Why is he still here? Go home, bro. Shit, we know he didn't do it. Send him home. Oh, they're cargo shipped from Borginia to Jingfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Jingfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written in Borginian. It says... It is cloth in English.
Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer...
What? What for is that scary face?
Miss Meal. Yes. It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator.
He left us with a piece of evidence, after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is.
Ha! Maybe you should force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. It has to be that one, right? Because it has the thing in it. I'm scared. What if I'm wrong? I always get so scared. Okay, I got school tomorrow. It's like 12 a.m. Good luck and good night, guys. Oh, bye.
Would you care to fill me in on what you're trying to prove with that?
It's quite simple. It shows that I will be representing my evidence.
I'm not laughing.
Ooh. It wasn't meant to be a laughing matter. Piece of evidence, and what am I supposed to be looking at? Ooh. Because I thought we were going to look at the bed sheets. Okay, whatever. The cloth, duh.
And what is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer. In this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Jingfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. This is where the killer grabbed a piece of to clean up. This is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with it. Clean up the blood with. Blah, blah, blah. There had to be a better way to say that. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Meal.
That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched all the boxes, looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian.
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then. Bed sheets. I knew it. I knew the bed sheets were going to come in handy. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first.
Take that!
Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir. Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
So what are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold, blah blah blah. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded at the Republic of Jinfa. That's right. That's right. That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille, and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Jingfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation at Jingfa? Damn, the bubbles jumping her, bro. Those are not bubble buddies, I can tell you that. Bubble beaters.
He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble.
We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. Damn! Straight gave her rabies. You're still on live stream, bro? Actually, I left for like an hour and a half. Maybe longer. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure. The ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much.
It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
I don't want that shit.
I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
No. I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure we'll serve you well. And remember, we here at Go You Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I'm never taking this shit again. I'm never taking this airline again. But thank you. Well, no, that suitcase is cool as fuck. Well, no.
Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go.
Well, yes. Well, no. You haven't seen the full thing. That shit is really ugly. I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir. But boy, was it fun. Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Suitcase is only made for JM. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. Franziska. I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscence. Just who do you think I am? You are Franziska von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Oh my gosh, bleh. I love the fact that you're voice acting, though. That's the best part. That's the best part. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing pirate. Living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father... And fame her invincible father built. But your father's a bum now, so I mean, like... True, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? I feel like I missed a couple of chapters. When did you change your PNG tuber? When did I change what? What do you mean? I've always had this. The group that I'm on trial of... The group I'm on the trail of... Oh my gosh, blah. The group that I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Oh my gosh, blah. Let me stop reading the chat. Well, I'll look at the chat, but let me stop reading the chat out loud. I'm confusing myself. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there's another agent on this case with me. Oh? Another agent? He's a star among Interpol agents, and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The flight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back. In full. I have, like, this random critique, but, like, I know that they're not literally brother and sister, but they're brother and sister. Like, he was, like, the father raised both of them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like the Ace Attorney games are really weird about family when they're not blood related. Like, really weird. Apollo is basically, like, proof of this, by the way. Like, extreme proof of this. You're talking about your father. Friend, that's your father, too. He just sucks. And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Just how much did you cut his salary by, Franziska? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. And thus I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Edgeworth speaking. Finally. I called. Who knows how many times earlier I couldn't get through. And you are? Have you forgotten my voice? Miles, my boy? Ooh. Mr. Amano? Ernest Amano, correct? Oh, is that the big fat southern guy? It is! No, it isn't. Who the hell is that? Know me spoiling themselves. Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but can I ask this of... I can't ask this of anyone else. Way to describe him. No, I'm talking about... Okay. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. The end. Oh my goodness. Round of applause, everybody. We did it. Only 51. Only 51 minutes. Like, holy shit, I was expecting longer. No, from like the Phoenix Wright games. The big fat, like, southern guy that was in a couple episodes, especially early on. This guy looks like a werewolf. Okay, we're just gonna see the beginning. You know how we do it. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Okay. Good to hear. And make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop off. You see the suitcase too. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside this suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. He don't even know how cell phones work, bruh. Why would they put him in this position? I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Me with my ugly little suitcase.
Welcome to Gatewaterland.
Oh, thank you.
And big hello to you. I'm Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me?
A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a good day.
That is such a scary costume. The way that he moves, too? Ooh, get your hammers out, y'all. Like, oh my god, it's so scary. Look at the eyes on the actual one. You can see it all the way to the left, right beside my avatar. That's what the eyes are supposed to look like. Why are the eyes so scary here? Holy shit. Don't put that smiley face. Don't put that smiley face. Looks like it literally looks like when they try to do, like, horror, but they try to be like, oh, it's mascot horror, though. Like, oh my gosh. Hello?
Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano.
Sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a prosecutor. Why would he tell him that? Just say, no, I'm not a cop. Like, why would you, like, don't say that you're a part of the law in any way. Why the fuck would you say that you're a prosecutor? I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. Mind you, bro listening the whole time. Brother over there is listening to this call. This is probably the most exciting part of his day right now.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
So this person intends to see if I'm being followed. Huh. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. The guy in the costume's like, fucking asshole. You want to take a picture of me? No. I don't want to take a picture of you. Edgeworth speaking.
Next, come to the haunted house.
And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? My back hurts. I'm 42.
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not. No, y'all ever think about that? Like, I know they, like, people who are, like, in, like, mascot costumes, they gotta be, like, talking crazy shit and eyeing you sideways in their mind and, like, with their faces that you can't see. Like, I know, like, could you imagine you do some weird shit with, like, Minnie Mouse and you get a little too close to the eye area and you can see inside and they're just giving you the craziest side eye ever? I've arrived.
Go inside.
Wow. Okay, well that should have still reflected, even though it's broken. Like, imagine you just stink, like just smell like shit. Well, there we go. A lot is going on right now. What a dismal place. Like, imagine you just smell like shit. They're just like, I know they're making the crazy, they're like, ooh, but they can't say anything out loud, so they're just like smiling.
That's it. Go through those doors.
And you know what happens, because you know, like, those lol cows, not a specific person or anything, but the ones that, like, clearly smell, like, terrible, but they're, like, but first of all, like, they're, like, super, like, extroverts, by the way. Like, holy shit. Like, they'll be going out every day, meeting new people, hanging out with all these people, and it's not even, like, just, like, friends, but, like, just consistent outings with people and stuff like that. Like, I'm sure that they meet people that just smell like shit all the time. Especially at Disneyland, I'm not gonna lie to you. Am I being watched from somewhere? That does not... Who is that from behind? That does not look like Edgeworth. That is not the baby.
Leave the money and go. Now.
I think about how someone said it smells like nickels when it rains. Hi. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. So that guy's really dead over there, right? Like, I'm not tripping? Like, that guy all the way at the end of the hall in the mascot costume is definitely... Like, that's a Ow! No! Oh my god! Oh my god! It was a trap. That guy betrayed. No. Can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? Who is that? What are they talking about? Split
police. All right. In front of Meetup. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Why does that one have a beard? Where am I? A lot to be kidnapped too. How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano Group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. What are we talking about? What do you mean never grow out of? He's really sitting there like grown-ass man getting kidnapped. And well, look at you now. like, come on, Miles. Look at yourself. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Was that you making the funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Oh! Whoa! Let's go! Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? A kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much bigger.
I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine, the light of the righteousness in the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarusu.
It's you! Oh my god, after you made me say that shit 70 times in the first episode. Great thief? Did she really just claim to be the Yatagarusu?
Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday.
Why would you tell him that? That makes me not believe that it's really you.
You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's settled.
Damien, bro, go to sleep. It's past your bedtime. It is 5:25. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey! There's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know?
Time zones. My time zone's closer to the Gotham time zone, actually. So it would still be 5 p.m. Yeah, no, I'm in the exact same time as, like, New Jersey, where Gotham would be.
This rope goes through there, through here, and there you go.
What a relief. I owe you my thanks.
It's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief.
Yet, are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me?
I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a tough time believing.
I'm the real genuine Yatagarusu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Of course I'd mind! I haven't stolen anything yet! Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. When you say you're the Yatagarusu, you mean you are the Yatagarusu?
Yep. The most righteous of the righteous. The legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently,
So it's a mantle, okay.
so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarusu.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they?
I knew it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatagarusu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing? And what would that be?
But that's going to have to wait until we found our way out of here.
Well, at least there's one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor?
I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Aha! Now I remember.
How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. I do not have a specific time, but I do have a Discord where I announce when I'm streaming.
All right then, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's get out of here.
I usually stream... Ooh. Damn.
Hmm?
It would seem that we're locked in from the other side.
What? No way! I don't hear you. La la la!
Kay, you do remember where you came in from, right? Looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Whoops. Slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit.
Let's stack the boxes and get the fuck out of here, bro. Jesus. Like, let's do something. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out. Brother, stop doing that before the kidnapper comes and shoots us, bruh. Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way...
If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside.
Ah, but we do have a way. Right here. Eat through the metal. I don't think his teeth are strong enough for that.
There was a cell phone here this whole time?
If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Blah. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper. That's all. Hey, so maybe we should tell him to go get, like, the phone tracked. Like, what are we doing? Can we get the phone call tracked? Like, call us back and track down the cell phone? Like, what are we doing? I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... What's wrong, detective?
Sorry, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me.
Who is this?
Shilong Lang of Interpol.
Oh,
A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you.
so why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case?
Don't sweat the details. A crime is a crime, whether it's a local or global scale.
Is this the werewolf guy? Because if he's Interpol, then I feel like the most important person that we're gonna meet is probably gonna be on the cover.
Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble.
And why would you say that?
Lang Shi says, the pack that runs together
See, he's a werewolf!
stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning.
I'm sorry that this has happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here, post haste.
Sorry, no can do.
What?
We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Hey, so this sounds illegal, right? Like, serve and protect? What's going on? I think literally at least one person should be out here. What do you mean there's no police available? It's not, like, mind you, there's other crimes happening all the time in the city. You telling me that all crime is just happening right now, unprovoked? Like nothing's stopping it?
Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured, we'll come find you.
Eventually. You.
What's wrong? Did you get cut off?
No, my phone ran out of power.
No way!
It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Mind you, if this kidnapper came back and took both of us out, that would be 100% on them. That is the craziest part.
If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out.
So stop touching that damn door before I get pissed off, bro. Seriously, stop doing that before the kidnapper decides to come in. Lad, what is this?
Looks like the Bad Badger. It's looking as bad as ever.
Looks like a costume head to me. I guess the
Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh?
The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? $17, of course. Like, yes, this is my daughter now. This is my daughter. Family picture. I'm not gonna lie, I'm stunning on you. You lock in, bro. And they're holding a blue badger photo rally.
You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger. It's his whole family, too.
Oh, it's a different guy. That's why he looks like that. His eyes are so scary. Oh my gosh. Take a picture of every member of the Badger family and receive a prize. There are only one of each of the 4 family members wandering through the park. Best of luck. And we sat there and didn't take a picture. Imagine that's the hardest one to get.
If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, You get a really posh prize.
Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that?
You can't do that! That's cheating! There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it.
Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house.
Seriously? Somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park.
So those are the rules of this game? How quaint. Badger photo rally, okay.
Man, why do they have to put the windows so high? Why do they have to put the windows so high up anyway? How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape?
I suppose we could make our way out of here if we were able to climb to the top of these lockers.
That's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. He could literally just lift her up there, by the way, and then she could get him like a ladder or something. It really is that easy. Am I tripping for saying that? Like, am I just thinking too logically? He literally would have been able to put her on his shoulders, and she could like touch like the top of that like cabinet, and then he could have like used his arms to push her the rest of the way up if needed.
Let's see. I wonder if I can jump up. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here.
Just help her, bro. Anime girl ass jump. Come on. Both arms down. Come on now. Just like that. You see how you're posed up like that? That's how you're supposed to jump. Exactly. And those Disney knees.
Man, why did they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway?
Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. Let her get up using you. What are we doing?
Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape.
And what exactly do you have in mind?
We could paint help in really giant letters.
And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building.
Okay then. How about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals?
Anyone, mind you, we're in this closed room. The smoke would fill up and kill us, but okay.
Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, that might not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all.
Not just that, but also, the smoke would kill us. Girly, the smoke would kill us. Also, all the police are busy looking for the kidnapper. That's, like, confirmed. He doesn't want to crease his suit, I guess. He's, like, rich as fuck. He could just get his suit fixed up. And let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we?
Hey! There's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume.
Pink badger?
You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole badger clan with this.
What is this thing?
Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan.
Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. Blue Badger Bible. That black eye one's scary as fuck. I'm sorry. Look at that. Everybody else is like kind of cute. This one is like unsettling. Like, wow. Not even the same, not the same color, not the same face shape, different body type, Like, ooh, yuck. He's so scary. The very first badger. You can tell she's a girl because she's pink and she has a bow. I suppose this means this is where they keep all the costumes.
It certainly looks that way. It's like the badger's family's home.
There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. Isn't there only 4 characters? So there's like 3 people just walking around. Aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force?
Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes the police from all those cases they solved.
Wasn't the mascot originally made for the police? Am I tripping? Weren't we literally, like, in Phoenix Wright, they showed us, like, yo, we just made this? Or am I thinking of something else? They have all the power of the state, and they use it to make a theme park?
It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster.
That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy just from the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Key. What have we here? Huh.
Ah!
Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something.
Okay. Like something is... The something is what is relevant to my interest. I suppose this is the pink badger? But since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female?
You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are.
She don't got no fucking lashes, mind you. I don't see that shit.
And the fact that she's pink.
No, she does have lashes. See, I'm just stupid. It'd be like that. Yes, and
her lips are red. See? Lipstick.
Well, no. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon? Or is it too obvious? This is that blue badger I met at the main gate.
Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter.
No. Miles Wokeworth. I suppose, as he continued to redesign them, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved.
Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now?
So this is the Blue Badger's rival. The Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some... Hold on. Did I read the wrong character? No, I didn't. Do you feel some sort of reverence towards this badger, Kay?
Ha! I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover.
Good luck with that one.
Look, it's the Blue Badger.
I suppose even this thing can be popular with women.
My nemesis.
Oh, what the? Why is she beating it up? Oh my gosh!
He's got the word badge written in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. to think he's out there wandering around in this park. I'd better be careful, or he's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone.
I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest someone. There's nothing unusual about this area. Really? We can't look at the paper that probably shows who is who? I think we got everything here, right? Seems we won't be able to open this by ourselves. It also seems quite thick, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here. Let's see what we got. No? Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. The key's not gonna work? Should I keep looking around? Because I don't think I can. Well, I can keep. Hold on. And this is the beam I was tied to.
What's up?
I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climbed this. Mind you, just literally give her a boost, and she could get back up on the left.
Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck.
Count on it. The great thief Yadagarusu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go.
As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing.
What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know.
Anything else? Anything else? I can't look at this paper. That's so weird to me. Like, I guess it's irrelevant, but I feel like I should still be able to look at it. And do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left.
It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find through the slot. I've definitely pressed Z, by the way, but okay.
Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from here.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Says this every damn time, bro. Is that what I think it is?
Looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case.
The way they didn't think to close it? Like, okay.
That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not. Because I highly doubt they made the tunnels themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or an underground area. And there's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it, to hold a propped up floor panel in place. Which reminds me.
Did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth?
Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. We're gonna be able to open the floor panel? There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have found our ticket out. Nothing else? We looked at the beam already. Yes, sir. This hook on this beam.
You know I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on. Even you have to admit when something's just not possible.
I wasn't about to suggest that, again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose.
Really? Like what?
As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up, which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
Oh, I get it.
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it's being hidden by this tarp.
All right then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath.
Yerp! And then we have the key to open it.
Now this is what I call a treasure.
So we have to look at it first.
Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom.
Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch!
Alright. This thing is locked down tight. And here comes the key.
Ah, fiddlesticks!
Let's see. Hold on. Yeah! I believe you're up, Kay.
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to.
Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big.
I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
All right. I got the secret door open. And now?
Wait! Ah! Oh my god. Are you alright, Kay?
I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all.
See, would I be tripping if I said that they could also have just taken the ladder out the window? Like, they could have just propped the ladder up to the left and left through the window because she knows how to get around. They have no clue what's down there. Those people could be down there, mind you. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had it coronary.
There's a lot of really large machinery down here.
What about an exit?
It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit.
Let me see.
I can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know.
No way! I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable?
Because it's very obvious. Can we do this one? I figured it out. I figured out how we could... I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay.
Oh? So how are we gonna bust out?
It
seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes. I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Seems like a lot of leaps to get to that, but okay, right? Also, she was definitely, like... Her foot was definitely in that hole, right? Alright, now we can get out of here! Yes. We spent entirely too much time in here, agreed. Kidnappers who held me hostage, and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Look like fucking Bruce Wayne, oh my gosh. Oh, the kitty! You can't see the cat, hold on, I got you. It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness! You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, Ooh. Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. 98, 99. Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Here he go. What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being. You get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? He's sexy as fuck. Who said that? Who said that? Which one of you in the chat just said that? Sheepoo! Sheepoo! You're Agent Lang, I take it. You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Get the fuck out my face, bro. Grrr. Lang, she says. A cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Shina. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. Y'all see that just now? That is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. Got it? Oh, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Genfa. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang. Why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor.
How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Yo, he frame-mogging you. Bro, sit down, sit down. Sit down, sit down. Dick, sit down, sit down. Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. Well, no, that's not how things work. Unless you mean if you were the agent. I would have solved the entire case, and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Well, you see, I was actually just taking a plane ride and had nothing to do with the case, so that makes no sense. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Ackby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me. So now, I'm out to take my revenge. On who? Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? See, here's that gay shit I be talking about. Ace Attorney gay as hell. Like, what is going on? You dare to mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now, just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed? Sir! Ace Attorney is just one massive yaoi fic. It's not an Ace Attorney game if there isn't something like randomly homoerotic going on. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble. Understand? Wait. Mr. Edgeworth. It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why, of all places did he show up here? And completely out of the blue at that. I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. I don't like these guys. Take that costume off now. Take that shit off. Piss me the fuck off. Oh my gosh. Because, like, they also are aware that they're dressing up in these costumes. So obviously they should be getting, like, all of them rounded up, right? I'm not tripping. Okay. Low-key? I think this is where we'll end it.
I think this is where we're gonna end it. I think this is where we're gonna end it.
Because this is the next episode anyways. I just wanted to play a little bit of it. Alright, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.